and a pleasant welcome to ELBC Newsline. One full hour of news, views, and interviews from Liberia and other parts of the world. Today is Monday, June 10, 2024. I am Fabian Kuya presenting, and these are the top stories. Swedish ambassador to Liberia, Urban Jostrom, reaffirms Swedish support to the country's public sector efficiency. Liberian National Bar backs judiciary's recent rejection of its allotment in the 2024 national budget. Labor Ministry turns over Chinese national to Justice Ministry for prosecution over alleged possession of fake alien work permit. And away from home, an aircraft carrying Malawi's Vice President Sulos Shilima and 9 others reported missing. These stories and much more, including sports, the weather report, the news in simple English and French. But first, Grace Tao and the news bulletin.
Swedish ambassador to Liberia, Urban Jostrom, has reaffirmed Sweden's partnership with Liberia to make public service more effective. Ambassador Jostrom said strengthening public service is key to ensuring adequate and sustainable living conditions of the citizenry. The Swedish ambassador to Liberia also described effective public service as a critical component of national growth and development.
This is an evidence of a long-standing relationship between not only Sweden and Liberia, but also the Civil Service Agency and the Folke Bernadotte Academy. We have a long-term partnership, and we are very proud of it, and we are very happy for it.
Ambassador Jostrom made the commitment Monday in Congo Town at the opening of the Civil Service Agency Long Week Executive Onboarding Gathering. The goal of the exercise is to enhance the skills of new government appointees and make them more effective and efficient in their respective institutions. Liberian National Bar says it supports the judiciary's recent rejection of its allotment in the 2024 national budget. Addressing a press conference Monday, LMBA President Councillor Sylvester Rennie said the low budgetary allotment is counterproductive to the effective dispensation of justice. Councillor Rennie said the rule of law is pivotal under the arrest agenda, saying such allotment for the judiciary could undermine government's pillar on the rule of law. He believes a functional judiciary requires realistic budgetary appropriations to render the kind of judicial services expected of it. The LMBA president then called on government to give immediate attention to state prosecutors by providing adequate incentives. The Labor Ministry has tracked down a Chinese national in possession of a fake alien work permit and turned him over to the Justice Ministry for prosecution. Mr. Ma Wenhua, believed to be in his late 50s, was picked up by labor inspectors at his YMW Machinery Parts Business Center in the SD Cooper Road community in Pinsville. Labor Minister Councillor Cooper Kra, in a letter to Justice Minister Oswald Twell, said the work permit is a falsified document that warrants thorough investigation. According to a Labor Ministry release, Councillor Kra's action was triggered by a report from Deputy Labor Inspector Darius Wemi. Inspector Wemi accused the Chinese national of being in possession of a fake alien work permit, which is a breach of Section 8.3 of the Decent Work Act of 2015. Sano County Senator Creighton Duncan has spoken of the vital role of the Center for National Documents and Records Agency in the preservation of historical documents. According to Senator Duncan, the agency has a critical role in settling land disputes between individuals and communities, citing legal and document as its reliance. The Sano County Senator spoke Monday in Monrovia at a program marking the 76th International Archives Day.
You are here to also help the courts that when they agree to give land sales between two individuals, we can come to the archive and say, is this land still vacant? Is it for the rightful person that is selling it? And you will be in a position to reduce the land dispute in our country.
The Sano County lawmaker promised to work along with other colleagues to ensure that the center's allotment is increased in the next budget year. The 76th International Archives Day is held under the theme, that's the global theme, Archives and Emerging Technologies, with the national theme, Restoring Archives via Technologies. The founder of Peruque Agriculture, a local food processing group, Extel Liberty Camus, has been selected to participate in the week-long study tour to Ghana, Accra. According to a release, Madame Camus will participate in a one-day small and medium enterprises expo engagement ahead of the cluster conference expected to commence on Tuesday, June 11. The release said the event is intended to widen discussions on how to improve cassava and horticulture value chains, enhance food security, and increase income of rural farmers. The gathering is sponsored by the United Nations Industrial Development Organization UNIDO under the Ghana International Cluster Conference 3 Study Tour of Ghana. Those expected to form part of the event are Assistant Agriculture Minister for Planning, Zobo Luther, and LACRA Director General Christopher Sankolo, among others. University of Liberia Dean of Amos Sawyer College of Social Sciences and Humanities, Dr. Josephus Gray, has boasted of significant progress at the college. Dr. Gray named the addition of fully employed faculty staff from 60 to more than 200, the increase of sections to over 60, that's 670, the reactivation of theses, among others. According to him, the college is poised to launch a Doctor of Philosophy PhD program on June 19 in Education and Health Sciences.
University of Liberia will be introducing a doctoral program, the first in the history. We are working so hard at the University of Sawyer College. The college being established since 1862, more than 160 years. We are working hard to come up with 2 master degree programs.
Dr. Gray also disclosed ongoing plans for the establishment of master programs in sociology and professional writing and communication. He made the disclosure Monday on the campus of the University of Liberia in Fendel when he was honored by students of social work. The Army War College of Nigeria has embarked on a strategic study visit to Liberia under the theme Protection of Solid Mineral Sector for Enhanced National Security. The delegation has engaged key officials and institutions in the country to foster collaboration and share insights on the critical intersection of natural resource management and national security. Deputy Foreign Minister for Administration, Gabriel Sally welcomed the delegation and emphasized the importance of international cooperation. Minister Sally also reaffirmed Liberia's commitment to strengthening its relationship with Nigeria, especially in areas that have far-reaching implications for the two countries' security and economic well-being. A foreign ministry release quotes Minister Sally as saying the visit marks the beginning of several engagements geared towards building robust frameworks to protect the mineral wealth in the two countries. Management of the John F. Kennedy Memorial Hospital has discovered and turned over 4 tubes of narcotic drugs to the Liberia Drugs Enforcement Agency. GFK Chief Surgeon Dr. Peter Coleman said the drugs were discovered over the weekend in the intestine of a 37-year-old man while undergoing surgery. Dr. Coleman told a news conference Monday the suspect was referred to JFK by authorities of the Jackson Dole Memorial Hospital in Nimba County after suffering from constipation for the past days.
Jackson Dole did the ultrasound and found some images in his abdomen, and they referred the patient to us. When we examined him, we felt that yes, indeed, he had something in his stomach.
The 37-year-old suspect is believed to be a drug peddler from Nimba County. Meanwhile, Liberia Drug Enforcement Agency Montserrado County Regional Commander Clarence Clark extolled the management of JFK for their far-sightedness. The National Fisheries and Aquaculture Authority, NAFA, has officially handed over a new fish processing facility in Buchanan, Grand Bassa County. The facility contains modern fish dryers and solar freezers to ensure sustainable fish processing for fishmongers in the county. NAFA Director General Emma Glasgow said the FTT will improve fish production, enhance food security, and support small-scale businesses.
This innovative facility marks a significant milestone in our country's journey towards sustainable development, economic empowerment, and strengthening our food security. The fishing industry has long been the backbone of our coastal communities.
Madam Glasgow said similar facilities will be built and turned over to fish-dependent communities in all 9 coastal counties in an effort to reduce poor harvest losses for fishermen. Meanwhile, fishmongers in Grand Bassa County have hailed NAFA and partners for the sustained efforts to better the country's fishery industry. The officer in charge of the Financial Intelligence Agency, Mohamed Nassar, has boasted of having the political support to fight financial crimes in Liberia. Mr. Nassar said President Joseph Boakai has already expressed public support for the FRA to ensure money laundering and terrorist financing is curtailed. According to him, they are working to strengthen the agency's standing with other regional and international organizations to ensure a better collaboration.
There are a lot of things that wasn't done at that time. It weren't done. We are going to do it now. We're going to ensure that we rectify most of those things. The Minister of Justice is prepared for that. He has shown me that we're going to work together to ensure that we rectify all of the issues and be able to move forward.
Mohamed Nassar also called for strong collaboration among government's ministries and agencies, including the Ministry of Justice, LSCC, and GAC to enforce anti-money laundering regimes. The FIA OIC also disclosed a platform is being created for ordinary citizens to share intelligence as tip-off with the agency, assuring of confidentiality in the process. And heavy storm has damaged several houses and a public school in Butuo Bagbli Administrative District, Nimba County, rendering more than 50 residents homeless. The storm also injured 2 persons, an old lady and her elderly son, and removed the roof of government school building, making students to be without school. The town chief of Butuo Morris School told reporters that many of the victims are currently sleeping on their various farms. Meanwhile, District 6 Representative Dowan Glikia over the weekend identified with victims by providing 50 bags of rice and 50,000 Liberian dollars. Butuo is one of the big towns in Nimba County with a population of over 1,000 people.
Grace Tao in the news bulletin. She returns a little later with the weather report and foreign news. One of the big stories we're following, Liberian National Bar backs judiciary's recent rejection of its allotment in the 2024 national budget. The Civil Service Agency has begun the week-long executive onboarding exercise for senior public servants and officials. The training has been held under the theme, Enhancing Quality and Effective Leadership in the Public Service. Frederick T. Ware was at the opening and now reports.
The goal of the onboarding and orientation exercise